What up, kings, moguls, magnates, and tycoons? Monk mode is pointless, but not only is it pointless, you're shooting yourself in the foot if you do it. The way that I define monk mode is you're just on your grind 100% and you're not putting any effort out into getting bitches. And I understand the argument because look, right now you're on a low level. It takes a lot of time and energy for you to get any pussy, so you just want to go all into the grind. And when I just started Hustlers University, I didn't call it monk mode, but I tried that. It took my edge away. I just didn't have that gusto when I was putting in the work. Yeah, I was still doing it. I was still outreaching. I was still working out. I was still making videos, but I just didn't have that spark in me. And another thing, and something that's even worse about monk mode, is it makes you socially weird. For example, the day after you just stood over some shit, like you in that shit from the back, slapping it aggressively, shit looking like a tomato, you up in here, like, you know, when you go to the bathroom, you're all sweaty afterwards, and you're like, God, you're dapping yourself up, like, you know, you just stood over some shit. That energy translates to everything, especially social situations, because when you're talking to someone, it could even just be a business client, you're on a Zoom call with them, and in your brain, you just know, look, bro, last night, I was pulling her hair, I was slapping her, I was choking her, I was fucking slapping that ass, I put my thumb in, like, the whole nine. That translates into absolute confidence on your Zoom call, or when you're talking with somebody, and you just got that charismaticness that just brings you success. The biggest argument for monk mode that I see is Big Man Vic. I gotta be on monk mode right now. I'm on my grind, man. I'm on level up, man. I don't have time to step down on bitches. And I get the argument because look, chasing bitches, chasing pussy is a very time-consuming activity, but I'm not telling you to just go out and do a whole bunch of approaches, swipe on dating apps all day. What I'm saying is, look, if you see a high-interest bitch choosing you, step down on that shit. And just put down like 10, 15 minutes a day to just swipe on Tinder. All it really takes is just like, oh, this looks crispy. Fat, 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 wrong race, fat. Oh, this looks crispy. This looks crispy. Oh, I got a match. Just text her a little bit, get her off the app quick, and then go for the meetup. And if she got high enough interest, she'll meet up with you. And just try to double stack, triple stack dates just in case. But look, if you're that dude, look, do you think a bitch is going to say no to that bicep? She could try. Just kidding. Kind of. Something that I know some of y'all are dealing with, and this is because I used to deal with it too, is when you're just starting to go out and try to get pussy. I know it's going to take a lot of time, a lot of swiping, and you're going to have a low closing rate and a high flakage rate, and it's going to be a big headache. But listen, just set aside 20, 30 minutes a day to do your thing on the apps. Just approach when you feel like it. If she's hot, just step down on her. And one more thing is, you got to remember, the first bitch is the hardest one to get because you don't have any testimonials or social proof to leverage. But after you got that in the bag, get some undeniable social proof, because you got to remember, women want a man that other women want. Just make sure that you're not autistic about spreading the social proof. You don't want to get a reputation as that guy that gets some pussy and then tells the whole town. But you need to make sure that it is known that you are getting some pussy. And remember, dick game matters. So when you out here stroking it right, you hitting it properly, you making her squirt on the ceiling, you making her go crazy up in there, she's gonna tell her friends, and then her friends are gonna want a piece of the action, and then you're gonna be fucking more than one pussy. And then when you're doing that, it's gonna improve your status, which is gonna make getting pussy even easier, getting friends even easier, getting money even easier. So you got to know how to properly lay it down. Now listen, I've never had to deal with performance anxiety or any type of anxiety, but I know this will help you out with that if that's something that you're dealing with. But now listen, something that I have had to deal with is I stab some shit. I perform an insertion, and then like, whoo, god damn, that's tight. And then like 5 seconds later, 5 strokes in, I bust everywhere. And I'll tell you right now, on every single occasion that happened, I didn't fuck that bitch again. This right here will help you last how long you want to last. And then look, the bitch is going to be satisfied. They're going to be telling their friends. And then it's just going to be an upward spiral of you getting your dick wet. Make sure you leave the like on the video and check this out. It's in the description.